Let's move on to who's still out there and predict where they're going to go.
All right, up first, the guy we just got talking quite a bit about, Carlos Correa.
Yeah, Carlos Correa. This one is interesting. So there's not a ton of teams out there anymore looking for shortstops, but he's the cream of the crop and has been all offseason. He was the #1 shortstop out there. Corey Seager goes and gets 10 for 325. Who knows what Correa is going to get now? But I think the Yankees are still out there as potential. The Cubs are still out there as potential. The Angels, maybe, and the Astros.
Where's he going?
I'm going to go with the Chicago Cubs. I'm going to say the Cubs because, one, I heard he called Javier Baez and asked how they treated him and how he liked the organization. That's a big reason of it, to be honest. That's one of my biggest reasons. But look, and he also said he's not afraid to join a team that hadn't won in years past. So, look, I think Correa is going to be a Chicago Cub. I know it's out there, but I like that prediction.
Oh, bold prediction. Up next, former Chicago Cub, Kris Bryant.
Kris Bryant. I loved Kris Bryant. I thought he was going to be a Giant forever when he got traded over there, but that looks to not be the case. The Mets are a possibility, but I'm going to go with your Mariners.
Let's go.
I think there's a big chance he goes there. Look, he's an MVP type of player, but he also is he can play everywhere. He'd be a huge pickup for that team, for the Mariners, and they've proven they're ready to go for it. And you don't just do it. You don't just go and get a Robbie Ray. That's like a sign they're going for it, and Kris Bryant will be the exclamation of we're really going for it.
Things you love to see. Up next, Freddie Freeman.
Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Braves. I refuse to believe anything else. Freddie Freeman is going to be an Atlanta Brave. He is the epitome of an Atlanta Brave. They should give him the key to the city along with his new contract. I think a big part of this, by the way, and I think a big reason he is waiting, and now it's going to be until after the new CBA agreement. But I think that only helps his cause. Look, Freddie Freeman's on the back half of his career. That's not a secret. He wants a little bit longer of a deal. But once the DH is official in the National League, it only helps Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
I mean, is he going to play first base until the day he retires? Probably not. He's still playing a good first base, but 5-6 years down the line, yeah, put him at DH. So I think that helps him, and I think that's why he's waiting. But Freddie Freeman's not going anywhere. Atlanta Braves.
I heard he might go to the Yankees, and that would hurt my heart.
Not happening. Braves.
Love to see it. Up next, Clayton Kershaw.
In full disclosure here, and Conrad, you know this, right before we started doing this show, I went back and forth on Dodgers, Rangers. Dodgers, Rangers. I had the Dodgers. But then you know what really changed my mind? Talking to Evan earlier about the Rangers and about their offseason and about the free agents they're getting. And without me even getting to my Kershaw question, he said they have a whole allotment of money just to go get Clayton Kershaw. Do you think the Dodgers are doing that? No. I think the Dodgers are looking at a Clayton Kershaw signing as he's one of the greatest. He's been really good for us. We'll give him an honorary contract. Thanks for everything. I think the Rangers are looking at it as we can bring him home. We're changing this organization around. Clayton Kershaw, we need you. And that's a whole different feeling than, oh yeah, we're willing to give you this. The Rangers are a we need you contract and also coming home. I think Clayton Kershaw, change of pace, total 180. I think he goes to the Rangers now.
Yeehaw. Up next, Trevor Story.
Yeehaw. That was nice. Trevor Story. I'm sticking with a prediction I had earlier on in the offseason. I think he goes to the Astros. I do not believe that the Astros are willing to fork over the years and money needed to get Carlos Correa long term. So I don't think he re-signs there, and I think they need a shortstop. I know they need a shortstop. And I think Trevor Story is going to be that guy. So I'm sticking with it. Trevor Story, Houston Astros.
Got it. Next up, Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, by all accounts, I've heard Rizzo enjoyed his time in New York. He went there. It's a great place for him. It's a short porch in right field. He plays a good first base. I think he stays in New York. I think Anthony Rizzo remains a New York Yankee.
All right. Next up, Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, I predicted this same prediction. I have him going to the Philadelphia Phillies. And as the offseason started, we did this a while ago, and I said the Phillies. That was kind of out there at the time. I just thought it'd be a good fit. Recently, I've been hearing about talks between Castellanos and the Phillies, and you know me, that just starts getting me even more excited. I could be right about this one. Look, he'd be a perfect fit for the Phillies. The place it's a small ballpark. Nick Castellanos is a friend of the pod. He came on the show earlier this year and talked about his time in Detroit and moving on, and just talked about how that ballpark was so big, and he hits the ball to right center. It wasn't a great fit for him. So he takes that into consideration. The Phillies play at Citizen Bank Park, which is small. The place is tiny. He's going to rake there. So when I look at a place where Nick Castellanos might go, it's going to be somewhere that plays smaller, a hitter-friendly ballpark, a team that needs him, a team that needs an outfielder, a team that's ready to win. The rest of it's a perfect recipe. I think the Philadelphia Phillies are a perfect fit for Nick Castellanos, and I think he ends up there.
All right, up next, Carlos Rodon.
Carlos Rodon really came on the scene last year. I mean, the dude, we saw it in the playoffs. The dude was throwing basically 100 miles an hour from the left side. He was a Cy Young candidate for a long, long time. You know what I think happens? I think he goes to the Angels. I think that's the big splash they make post-lockout, heading into the season. I think they've proven, look, and everybody knows this. This has been the case for the Angels for years. Oh, their offense is great, but they can't pitch. Even I knew that. You knew that. Fans at home knew that. So this new GM comes in and says, yeah, I see that. In the 25-round draft, he drafted 25 pitchers, all of them. And then so far in free agency, every single one has been a pitcher. I think post-lockout, this is the one big splash they make. Really lock him into that rotation. How cool would a rotation be of Shohei Ohtani, my best friend, Noah Syndergaard, and Carlos Rodon? That'd be sick. I think it happens.
Electric, that's for sure. And then last but not least, Kyle Schwarber.
I think just watching him in the playoffs, it looked like Kyle Schwarber
He's a Red Sox
is
fan.
a Red Sox.
Yeah.
You could just see it. Like he was meant to play in Boston.
He looks like a Red Sox.
They love him. The fans love him. He looks like a Red Sox. Red Sox.
Yes.
That's what he looks like. And you could see it, and it just looks like he's meant to be there. I think he goes back. I think he signs there. I don't think it was ever a doubt, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously a doubt. You never know in free agency. But I think Kyle Schwarber sticks with the Red Sox. It's where he was meant to be. So that does it for my predictions. We'll see what happens, but nothing's going to be happening for a little while, at least until this lockup is all wrapped up.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.